Hey everyone, welcome back to another writing video. My name is Alyssa and this is my channel, Princess Alyssa. Today I wanted to do a video on, I don't know, it's kind of a sporadic video and I was just trying to film it, but then it got all over the place and I was like, I'm restarting this because that's not what I wanted to do. Anyways, this is inspired by a conversation that I had with a friend of mine that I just got back in contact with. Because I saw him for the first time in a couple years on Saturday, and he had asked me about my writing, and I brought him up to date with my writing, and he was like, yeah, I've tried writing a book before, but it's so hard. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about, is every single time I talk to someone about my writing, I get the phrase or like the sentence, I've tried writing but it's so hard, and that's the only thing that I get from anyone. Like, or it's not me, or I just can't do it, which is completely wrong. If you want to write, you have to make yourself sit down with your laptop or a pen and paper. I suggest pen and paper because to me it's more natural and I can think about my scenes that I'm putting onto the page a lot simpler, or like a lot more, and I'm not just rushing like I would if I'm writing on my laptop, which is what I'm filming on right now. I have heard so many people say throughout my life, I've tried writing or I want to write, but it's so hard. And I think part of the reason why it's so hard for most people is because they don't know how to put their thoughts on the paper, or they don't know how to create like a full sentence, or, well, I can create a full sentence, or I don't know. Whatever the process is with them of not being able to write, I feel like everyone can overcome that fear, I think, is writing a book, because it is very daunting to write a book. I know, I've written 2 full drafts, Zamora and my contemporary novel JSS. I'm currently working on my 3rd draft, which is Junesmeyer Chronicles. I haven't said the actual title of the first book yet, but I'm currently working on that, and that is something completely new to me, and I think the genre is also what gets a lot of people. I think I've had one friend who's an actual writer like myself and who has written multiple stuff. I don't know, I just find it so annoying when people tell me that, oh, I've tried writing a book, but it hasn't worked out, or it wasn't the right thing. And I think part of that is because maybe you didn't outline your novel and you just started right away. I've done that with my first book that I've ever written, which I'll go get it. Okay. My first 2 completed books, which one is in this journal and it will probably never see the light of day again, or at least never see the eyes of readers. I did not plan this book. I did not plan Zamora, but I have done some planning since then, and that's why I'm still working on it, because I haven't planned it. It's that big right now, but I'm adding a 3rd, like, I've added, since this draft, 2 more perspectives, and I think planning does help me, but it also doesn't, because most of the time I myself can't get all my thoughts onto paper when I have to take notes on stories, and it worked out for The Necklace of Array, which is what's written in the journal. I'll kind of show you. I wrote this when I was between 8th grade and a freshman in high school, and that's just like some of the writing that I've done. It's about 100 pages because this book is just, or this journal is just over 100 pages. This is always near and dear to my heart. It has never like left my mind, but this is kind of what started it all, knowing that I can write a book. I want to kind of challenge, because I've had one book that I've started that I have not completed. Because I was just starting out, just getting into writing more, just learning to write more, and I think at that age it's okay, because I was like 9 years old. I had just read Harry Potter for myself, because my mom read the series to me growing up, and I wanted to be like J.K. Rowling so much, and I started off with a paranormal story. I only got 2 chapters in, or not even 2 chapters, literally not even 2 chapters. I would show you that, but I don't know where it is right now, because it was in a little like Webkinz notebook, and it's so adorable. I'm just keeping that forever. I am actually going to go back to that story at some point, but I'm mixing it with another story that I came up with, but I was doing it as a script, and I had no idea what I was doing with doing that as a script, and that's part of the reason where I went wrong. I think when you're starting out writing a book, you have to know what genre that you want to write in. I love fantasy, but it is the hardest. It is so hard. And I've recently, like throughout the past year, I've been getting more into horror. I've never read a horror book, but I do plan on getting It by Stephen King, because I got the email that it's finally in, because I've had it on hold for like 3 months. I am planning to read more horror novels this coming year, and because I do want to write a horror novel, but I want to read it first. And you just gotta, like a famous saying, write what you know. Yes, that works most of the time, but a lot of the time it doesn't. I only wrote fantasy because I started out reading fantasy, and I feel like I know way more about fantasy than contemporary or horror or murder mysteries or drama. Actually, no, I do know more drama and fantasy than any of the other genres. Find what you're interested in. Find the genre that you love. Do you like to read fantasy, write fantasy? Do you like to watch a lot of drama shows? Then try writing a drama. Because I watch so many drama shows that some, like The Walking Dead, are drama with dystopian, and that's one of my favorites. Or, well, it's dystopian and horror, so it's technically a mix of everything. There's no contemporary in that whatsoever. And I hope I'm making sense here. I don't know, my main point is, you can write. Even though you think you can't write, maybe bring out that old manuscript again, because my friends who I've talked to that have said that they've tried writing a book, bring up that old manuscript back. See why you loved that idea to even start it to begin with, and try reading it and thinking about it and then outlining it. There are tons of videos on outlining. I did a video sharing how I outline, which is mainly bullet points and sometimes using a storyboard. and I'm going to be making more writing videos but in the coming year. But I want anyone who is watching this who has said, I've tried writing a novel but it's so hard. Yes, it is hard, but you have to have patience and perseverance and the passion for it. If you once started a book, like my friend who I talked to on Saturday, you know who you are, you said you tried writing a book. I'm curious to know what that idea was, and also take the time to just look through what you wrote if you haven't. If you don't, try remembering it and bringing it back, but outlining it first and seeing if it's actually the genre that you want to write in. Because I thought that I would just be writing fantasy for the rest of my life, because I do have my Zamora is the first book in the Element Hunter series, which is all about the elements and like fantasy stuff within that. And then I have a whole other like dark fantasy. Well, both of these are dark fantasy. I have a whole other video or like series that is also fantasy, and they're both set. Both of these worlds are set in medieval time worlds, and I thought that would be the only thing that I would ever want to write in, and I was wrong because I tried writing in the contemporary genre, and I do want to read more contemporary, and I am going to work on that at some point down the line, to continue like typing it up because I hand wrote that. But try seeing what genre you want to write in. I've also partly written in the dystopian genre because I have a book about a war between angels and two certain angels that is so much fun to write, but it's kind of hard because it's set way into the future, and I don't know. I think for me, the two genres that are the hardest to even think about writing are horror as well as, and that's like a whole range, mainly paranormal for me, like ghosts and entities and stuff like that, because that's what I'm interested in personally. And then we have sci-fi. I have a sci-fi series that I've been planning for ages, pretty much for like the past 4 years. And this past year, I've just now have been putting my ideas to paper just by doing my bullet point scenes and like outlining characters and creating a Pinterest board for it, doing all that stuff. I'm still afraid to write in the sci-fi genre, but I'm going to do it because it is technically my favorite genre. I grew up watching Star Wars, Fifth Element, so many like space movies and TV shows that I wanted to create my own. And I don't know, just look at your manuscript, see if it's the genre that you want to write in, and try to remember what made you want to start it. Try and pick out those things that will hopefully bring out a spark to get you to start writing again, or writing that manuscript again. And that's my challenge for all of you watching this, as well as my closest friends who have told me what I've said multiple times, because writing is hard. Yes, writing a book in general is hard. I know that. So do a lot of writers on YouTube know that. I will leave some other writers down below so that you can go check them out, because there's quite a few that I love watching their videos. I haven't read their work, but I love watching their videos because they have good stuff on there. Try bringing your manuscript back to the light, everyone, and seeing why you love that story and trying to continue the process of writing that. So that is just the main message. That's my challenge for everyone who wants to write a book in 2018. Please try and take that challenge if you want to. Let me know down below if you're going to take that challenge. And also keep me up to date in future videos on how you're doing, and I will ask you how you're doing, just because I feel like writing can be a way that a lot of people can express their feelings, because it's my only, well, not my only way, because I do other creative things like music, and photography, but it is the only way that I can truly express myself, and it makes me the happiest person whenever I get to sit down and write. So that's my challenge for you guys for 2018, is bringing up your old manuscript, figuring out what made you have passion to start writing it in the first place, and try putting a new spark on that passion. Thank you for watching this video. If you're going to take my challenge, let me know down below. I would love to know. And also, have you been one to say, I've tried writing a book, but it's so hard? Because I'm hoping that this video will kind of help you to bring that manuscript back to life. I'm going to be doing that with my horror story that I tried writing when I was 9 years old at some point, because I am currently working on Zamora and trying to type that up and finish it. And I'm working on my murder mystery. So I can't really do that right now, but I'm going to do that at some point. Especially after I read a whole lot of, hopefully a lot, like, more of the horror genre. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this 17-minute video. I hope it gave you some inspiration. I don't know, kind of sporadic, but I felt like I should do this now when it's still the beginning of the year. And yeah, just keep me up to date, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.